Do you think Semien and Ray are going to accept it?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I am your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Playlock. And today, guys, we're going to be doing a free agency update. We do them weekly, and a lot of stuff has happened since last week. Before we get into it, though, please make sure to hit that like, smash that subscribe button, and let's get straight into it. Well, actually, no. One, I got a question for you guys. Before we get into any of this, I want you to comment down below right now. Who is the first free agent to get signed, in your opinion? Comment it down below. Let's get into it.
All right. Love it. Okay, so guys, today we're recording this on Sunday just before noon Eastern Standard Time. All right? People are receiving qualifying offers right now. Now, some might come out around 4 p.m., but we haven't heard it yet. But these are the people right now that have received qualifying offers. And there's some big, interesting names. And some names that are definitely not going to do it. Some might. Castellanos has got a qualifying offer, but we know that he's going to decline it. He wants to get paid this offseason. Michael Conforto on the Mets.
I could see him accepting that.
I could see him accepting it, and his partner, as teammate, Noah Syndergaard, also got a qualifying offer.
I could see him accepting it too. Lots of injury concerns there. I don't expect Noah Syndergaard, if he was to hit free agency, to get a massive payday like he does deserve if he was super healthy. So I could see him taking that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got Freddie Freeman, who we know might decline it.
He'll decline.
The thing is, he wants to stay in Atlanta, but he probably is going to decline it and maybe work out some sort of negotiation there.
At the end of the day, dude, he wants to stay in Atlanta, but like this is payday.
It is payday. Right, it is payday. Yeah. Absolutely. And then our boys, Robbie Ray and Marcus Semien, both got options, and they're going to decline. Yeah. I had a glimmer of hope in my gut that maybe Robbie Ray's, I love it here. One more year.
Shocked. I would be so shocked. I mean, I'm so down for it, but sadly, guys, it won't happen.
No! And now another guy who's going to get absolutely paid is Corey Seager got an option, or got a qualifying offer.
Of course, he's going to get an offer.
Of course, but he's going to decline it.
Yeah. And also, too, guys, just to let you know, these options, it's like a club option for $18.4 million for 1 year. And you're probably wondering, okay, well, why are they offering them if it's an obvious no?
Yes.
The reason is because once they do say no, like a Corey Seager, like a Robbie Ray, all these guys, they get some draft compensation.
Yes.
So you will get some draft picks associated with this, even if your players say no. So it's a win-win, because then they could say yes, but then even if they do say no, you'll get some draft picks.
Exactly. Like, for example, specifically towards the Toronto Blue Jays, each team has their own different category, but the Toronto Blue Jays, if both Semien and Ray decline and they get paid over $50 million, which they will, we're going to receive two first round. After the first round is a draft compensation area. That one round that's added for draft compensation. We're gonna get two of those.
Yeah,
that's incredible. You're basically getting like two early second rounds.
Basically,
amazing, absolutely amazing. And the last guy on the board that we know so far that has gotten a qualifying offer is Trevor Story, who. He might decline.
He might decline. No, that's definitely a decline. He still had a good year last year, flirted with 800 OPS.
Yeah.
It's like that's going to be a decline. Somebody's going to pay him like extensively, and you don't want to waste another year risking potentially doing worse. He declines it. He'll get paid over $100 million for sure.
Absolutely. All right. So the Giants are going to absolutely spend a lot of money this offseason because they're losing a lot of guys. And I could go through the entire list, but there's some guys I'd never even heard of, but apparently it worked because they won over 100 games.
I asked a question on the Wine on Wine a few days ago, and it was, which team needs to go out and spend the most this offseason? You said the Blue Jays. I said the Dodgers, and that was basically because they were losing a bunch of stuff. I will amend my statement, and it's got to be the Giants, just based on how many guys they are losing, dude, and they're significant guys.
They are, man. You traded for Chris Bryant. Yep. You're losing him. You're losing Belt. You're losing Gosman, Del Sclafani, Solano, Wood, and then there's like literally 6 other guys that I can go on, including Tyler Chatwood. Shout out to our boy.
Well, they can let Tyler Chatwood
go. Yeah, but they're thinking about signing some other guys back, though. They should. They won over 100 games, right? They won over 100 games. And if you were to let all of these guys walk, not to mention Buster Posey gone, you lost him, right, due to retirement. Nothing you can do about that, but he's gone too. If you were to let all these guys walk, I don't see them anywhere close
to being a World Series contender anymore. It's just way too many losses across the board. You're talking hitting, you'd be losing Chris Bryant and Buster Posey.
Brandon Belt's gone.
Brandon Belt, like literally some of your best hitters last year. Gone. You're losing like some of your best pitchers as well, and you're losing your bullpen. So it's just holes all over the place. They have to go get some of these guys back.
They do, and actually they're in the works right now. They might go back and get Kevin Gausman. Okay. They might go get Gausman because Gausman, they offered the qualifying offer to him last year, right? And they might actually get him on a longer deal. They've been in talks. They've been in some work. So they might pay him big this offseason.
I think he deserves it. You know, he was a guy that I was looking at for potentially the Blue Jays. Also, too, like Yankees, Red Sox, any team that wants to win right now, Kevin Gausman's definitely a good piece to pick up. And if you guys want to stay contenders, San Francisco Giants, you got to make sure that you hold on to at least some of these guys and bring in some other like dart throws through free agency. Because this one thing, too, this is a lot of money that's freeing up right now.
Yeah.
Especially with Buster Posey going too. This is so much money that has just become available.
Yeah.
Reinvest.
And I was a little bit worried too that like one of my predictions is that Marcus Semien would actually come over to the Bay Area and play for San Francisco Giants. Right. And now that Buster Posey's gone, all these guys might go, that's an actual realistic option.
Totally.
They might go get him. And that would be good for their window because they're more of a win now type of team.
Well, they lost Solano, they lost Belt, they lost freaking Chris Bryant. These guys, you know, I believe they're like infield, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So go get your dudes.
Go get them.
Semien would be perfect for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let's move over to a little bit to the AL. We got news that Carlos Correa has been offered a 5-year, $160 million contract.
Yeah.
It's still on the table, but you say he's expected to decline.
He's expected to decline. And when I saw that number, I was like, holy, like that's like, you know,
that's a good
reasonable. But for what his camp is trying to do this offseason, it's just not. He's looking for 9 or 10 years. He wants to get locked down on a team and be on that team for the rest of his whole career. So with this being 5 years, it doesn't really make sense for Carlos Correa right now to get this when he could get a $200+ million contract, which is probably what's going to happen for him on another squad. Now, I heard that the Astros fans, or basically the Astros management, why are they doing this even though they know that he's probably going to decline, like they're way far off in the years? I heard that this could be a little bit of a mirror thing going on to other free agents saying, hey, look, this is what we could offer. Marcus Semien, this is what we could offer. You know, Corey Seager, this is what we could offer. We know that our guy's going to decline, but we're just throwing our hat in, or we're throwing our name in the hat right now, basically saying, we got $160 million. We want a shortstop. Who wants it?
I mean, it's $32 million average annual value.
Massive.
That is a lot of money. So, I mean, it's going to make Carlos Correa think, of course. $32 million. I never thought he'd get an average annual value of $32 million. No. I thought it maybe 25 would be kind of where I'd put him at. But if he's going to want to stay and make that much money, like that's an option, all right? It is an option. It's a riskier play because now you don't have that longevity security, right? Now you got to hope, okay, I'm still going to be good. And then after that, I'm going to make a little bit more, right? But that's a little bit harder to risk, especially being as injured as he has in his career.
And I think that he's thinking about that. I think he wants to just lock it down right now, 9 to 10 years. And that makes sense. I would too, coming off of the year that he had. But yeah,
absolutely.
Astros, they're going to be in the ring for any big free agents. And, you know, Marcus Semien, you want to talk about a place where Marcus Semien could go. They're going to need a shortstop. Could be the Astros.
It could very well be, guys. All right, another guy, and this is interesting for us Blue Jay fans. We're looking out for those relievers. We want those relievers.
Yeah.
We know it. That's our kryptonite.
Yeah.
Another reliever has just hit the free agency market. Another LA Dodger.
Yeah.
Joe Kelly.
Love it.
His option has been declined by the Dodgers.
Right.
The Dodgers are doing it. It was only $4 million, and they're saying goodbye, Joe Kelly.
Yeah, that's interesting to me.
Yeah,
I don't
why
really
would they
know.
do that?
I'm not sure. Maybe there could be potentially, like, we know that Joe Kelly's a bit of an outspoken dude. Maybe there's something going on in the locker room. Maybe there's some sort of relations that we don't really know about.
Right.
Maybe they're just thinking to themselves, we're losing so many guys right now. We have a plan with our money. Joe Kelly, sadly, you're lower on the totem pole for us, and we got to go get back some other dudes. I could see that as a possibility as well. But The important thing here, guys, is he's really good. He's got an ERA below 3.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be on the free agency market. And that is a guy for the Blue Jays especially, because he's an early innings dude.
Yes.
You can throw him into the 5th and the 6th, and he'll go for like 2 or 3 potentially. So we want a Joe Kelly. We want a Joe Kelly
yeah.
for sure.
You want to talk about an elite front half bullpen guy? It's Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly hit the market. He's going to be big.
I want him.
Another reliever, speaking of which, and I thought this was pretty controversial in terms of how much money this guy's getting paid. White Sox closer Craig Kimbrel.
Yeah.
His option has been picked up, and he's going to get paid another $16 million. Now, here's the controversy. This dude pitched a 5.04 ERA with the White Sox, right? We all know before it was 0.49 with the Cubs. Absolutely amazing. That's $16 million, but since then, horrible. Now, what is your kind of thoughts there? Do you think he's going to bounce back? Do you think maybe he was getting a little bit of the limelight? What's going on?
I got toilet paper here. I think that the White Sox made a choice when they traded for him, and they said that we're going to pick this guy's option up. This is going to be a 2-year thing for us. They decided that 6 months ago. So yes, it called into question when he started to do poorly. But at the end of the day, they know that it's Craig Kimbrel, and they're going to stick to their guns, and they're going to go, okay, you know what? We decided when we traded for this guy, we gave up assets that we were going to get him for another year. We're okay with the money on him, so we're just going to do it.
And think about the upside. If him, and which he didn't hit for them, but if him and Hendricks are hitting, my God, you're going to have an amazing bullpen that we all projected you to have. Granted, they got knocked out in the DS, but imagine they have a lockdown bullpen. Maybe they had another guy. Who even knows? That's going to be an incredible bullpen to try and beat.
And that's the thing. Like, you gave up value in the trade to get that additional year.
Yeah.
You don't really want to just like let it go.
Exactly.
Even though he did struggle. And I mean, his struggling was 5.04. Like, that's not something that you can't come back from. You know, like, you can come back from that, and it's Craig Kimbrel. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I love it. So, guys, that is kind of all of our free agent updates. Let us know in the comments down below. What do you think about these? Who else is going to get a qualifying offer? And do you think Semien and Ray are going to accept it?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments down below.
Also, too, a bit of a shout out. Check out the minute monologue on Steven Matz that I posted yesterday. If you want to hear what happened to him, he did not receive the qualifying offer. So, and he also declined a contract extension with the Blue Jays. So it's looking increasingly more likely that Steven Matz may not be a Toronto Blue Jay in 2021, 2022. So we shall see. Or 2022.
2022. Yeah.
Ridiculous. Guys, comment down below. You can also check us out on Spotify, Breaker, Anchor, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Today, Jace is our code for Monkey Knife Fight and for Manscaped, both of our sponsors. Hop onto those. Also, $3 a month to become a Patreon, like all of these beautiful people. We shout out and appreciate every single one of you. You guys are amazing, so hop onto that.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. And go Jays, go!